you have been picking up a lot of spirit communication today, and over the last few days I feel like, but you're kind of waiting. You're waiting for a sign to say, oh, it's okay for me to get a message from spirit. It's okay for me to connect with my loved ones. It's okay for me to connect with my spirit guide. Why are you gatekeeping this? Why are you stopping yourself from really embracing this? Why are you preventing yourself from really embracing this? You are allowed to have your own spiritual awakening. You're allowed to speak to the spirits, you know. You don't have to feel like you are being gatekept. You know, you don't have to feel like you have to spend tons of money on some course somewhere to learn how to do it. Just take a breath and allow yourself. Because they do come through in weird ways. Whether it's as weird as your favourite cup of tea being given to you on the train, or whether it's as weird as just singing a song or hearing something that you haven't heard in ages. You know, allow yourself to. It's okay. You're just kind of treating yourself like you're not special. And I do feel like that's where a lot of this comes from. Once you start to feel that security and understanding that, you know what, you do have hope, you do have somebody in spirit who's trying to take care of you. Because I feel like that's the problem here. You feel like nobody wants to take care of you. So it's kind of this thing of, how could somebody in spirit possibly care about me? Nobody cares about me. So you've got those kind of negative thoughts. You need to cut that out. You need to allow yourself to realize that, yes, you are special enough to connect to spirit. Yes, you are special enough to kind of have that communication. But you're denying yourself it. You're kind of putting your fingers in your ears and pretending it's not existing because you don't want to accept the fact that you are loved. You know, and that's what it comes down to. You don't want to accept the fact that you are loved and you are lovable, and you don't want to accept the fact that there is people who care about you. Even if it is in spirit that's coming through, you know, that you do have people around you that do care about you. So I do feel like as you kind of embrace this connecting with spirits, as you kind of connect to yourself as well on a deeper level, you will start to come in out of the cold. You will start to see a little bit more of a light at the end of the tunnel in your life. And just generally, I feel like that the problems that you've been dealing with will seem a little bit smaller. And honestly, that's kind of what happens. When you have a problem, you talk to a friend about it, suddenly feels like a little bit less bad. And that's kind of what you need to realise is, that's what the spirits are. Is like having a buddy or having a friend or having a relative or loved one in spirit that is being a buddy, being a friend, like, you know, listening to your problems and trying to help you out a little bit, you know. I do feel like with the reverse of the sun card, there is a little bit issue here of a lack of commitment of giving yourself time and space to connect. So do consider that, even if it's just 5 minutes every day, whenever it's a convenience to you, whenever it could be convenient enough for you. It could be, it doesn't have to be all this kind of pomp and ceremony of getting out the, you know, wind chimes or the, you know, ceremonial bowls or whatever. It can be simple as you have 2 minutes, 5 minutes when you walk in the morning to the bus and you quieten your mind a little bit and you just talk. You just, you know, just think in your head. You don't have to physically talk. You can just think in your head and just have a conversation as if they're there. You know, it doesn't have to be the pomp and ceremony. With the 9 of Cups, I do feel like this is going to positively affect your finances as well, because I feel like heavily the guidance that they're trying to bring through right now is more to the 3-day. It's more the material matters, sorting your life out, and I feel like they've been sending a lot of signals to you to help you with this. And the reason for this is, with the High Priestess here, I know it's a little bit covered up by me, the High Priestess here, it's very hard to get into the nuanced topics of like past lives and all this kind of stuff when you physically do not have a bandwidth to deal with like your, you know, food, clothes, warmth, heat, etc. When you do not have enough spoons, enough energy to deal with that, then, you know, you just can't do that. You're having to kind of deal with that first. So they're trying to help you to kind of get all of that material matters under under wraps, calmed, sorted, so that then you can start to think more towards the spiritual progression. So more of the nuanced things about understanding your past lives and understanding, all the rest of it. So you can't really do the shadow work when your mundanity is, in a bit of a mess. So understand that they're coming in to deal with that. They don't just have to deal with the higher level stuff. They can help you to clean out the house, clean the things out so you have the time and space. So let me know today, what are you trying to take out of your life to make more time, some more space? And also, what do you get from spirit? What message do you get from spirit that you just couldn't deny recently? Because I feel like you definitely got one of those.